Hi, welcome to workout number 9 for our Corona workouts. I don't know where you are on your fitness journey, but for me this is the end of week 2. So it's Friday for me, so getting ready to head off into the weekend, which right now doesn't mean that much, but that's okay. We'll end the week with a bang. So today we're going to start with some core work. We're going to do some chest and some leg work, and then we're going to end with technically some leg work, but it's going to be a way to get our heart rates up so we can build some of that cardiovascular endurance before we head off into the weekend. So to start, we're going to do a 30-second plank, and then we're going to flip over and hold our legs off the ground for about 15 seconds, and we'll do 4 rounds of that. So that'll get us warmed up, and then we can get our core workout in and out of the way, because as I'm sure you all know at this point, you know, I do core because I have to, you know? All right, so I'm going to get into my plank position. So reminders with our plank position, we want, I'm going to go onto my forearms for our planks. You always can do a full arm as well. Either choice, you want your shoulder and elbow to be lined up. If you have your arms fully extended, you want your wrist underneath your elbow and your shoulder. No matter which position you choose for your plank, you want to make sure that your chest is right in between your shoulders, not like your head or anything like that. And we're really going to focus on keeping our butts out of the air. We do not want to look like this in the air. So we want nice flat bodies. And then as I've mentioned before, you can kind of push backwards and put the weight into your heels. So we're going to start right now. 30-second plank. Try to keep your head from going all the way down and all the way up, similar to like our push-ups and other things like that. We want our head just neutral, so that's in line with our spine. We're going to hold here. About 15 more seconds of this hold. Really think about pulling your belly button to your lower back, especially in that time when it starts to get hard. That's the first thing you stop doing. We have 2 seconds, 1 and 0. Put those knees down, and we're going to flip over right where you are. If you need to, you can put hands underneath your bottom. That'll give it a little bit of an easier time with it. If you're feeling comfortable, you can put your hands off to the side. Again, mine always somehow float to my stomach, so I just stopped fighting it. And we want our feet about 3 to 6 inches off the ground. You want them like all the way in the air. You want them pretty low to the ground. And we have 1 more second with those. All right, that was round number 1. So take a little breather. Oh, sorry, that's not very cute pulling up my leggings. Take a little breather. We're gonna move into 3 more sets of our ab superset. I bet everyone who asked me for more core and ab workouts is really upset right now. You're welcome. Your wish is my command. Like a genie over here. Also though, be careful what you wish for. I'm a 0 to 1,000 type person. Let's start round number 2 of our plank. So when you ask me to do something, I go all the way. I do not know medium, in between, middle, any of those things. I'm 0, I'm 1,000, or that's it. Love it or hate it. Trust me, I love it and I hate it. Great for some things, not awesome for others. We have 8 more seconds of this plank. As I've mentioned with our planks, you might start to feel your muscles. We're gonna flip. Things like that start to shake. Shaking muscles are working muscles. It's a-okay. Get yourself ready for our leg lift. It's okay to shake. It's not bad. Doesn't mean you're doing something wrong. It doesn't mean you need to stop. 2 more seconds here. Pull those legs in. Roll up. We're already halfway done with our superset for our abs, and then we can move on to our legs. As a preview, our next superset, we're going to do 5 incline push-ups, which is why I have my chair. As a reminder, incline push-ups are where your arms are elevated and your feet are on the ground. They're a slightly less challenging version. Let's get ready for our planks of a push-up. If incline push-ups aren't your thing, too easy, whatever they are, you can always do standard push-ups. You can always do decline push-ups. You can do standard push-ups with your knees on the ground. I don't like to call those girl push-ups. I call those modified push-ups. They are just as challenging if you're doing them right, trust me. So when we do those push-ups, I'm going to do incline, but you find the push-up that's right for you. Find a push-up where you can do 5 reps well. Not 5 reps where you're barely bending your elbows. 5 reps, we're going to flip over, that you can do well. If you need to take breaks in those 5 reps, you know me, I'm down with that one. Whatever you gotta do. And then after the push-ups, we're gonna do deadlifts. It's the first time venturing into deadlifts. So I'll show you how to do those. Those are one of the movements, kind of like squats, where people think they know what they're doing, but they're actually, we're done with this one. A lot of moving parts, so we'll really look into that one. All right, one more set of our planks and our leg lift holds, and then we'll jump into that superset. Our final superset, we're gonna do some jump squats and split jumps. I've personally actually taken jump squats and split jumps out of my own personal workouts because I have bad knees. I'm gonna power through them today with you, but if you're someone where jumping is no good for you, I am gonna give you some modifications while we go through those, so please don't tune out for that one. Just because it sounds like a lot of jumping, I have lots of modifications because this lady needs them too. These 89-year-old knees over here. Last set, friends, here we go. So, I feel you on the bad knee train. So I sympathize, I empathize, and I'm going to help you out so you can still get a little heart rate boost. We have 10 more seconds and then we're done with all of our, at least this plank. Flip over quick. Plank minutes and treadmill minutes are the longest minutes that exist in all the land. I didn't need to tell you that though, you already knew. Oops, sorry, I'm gonna back up, sorry. Here we go. More seconds. Breathe through it. You can get it. 2, 1, and 0. We're gonna pull. There we go. All right. If you need to, feel free to take a sip of water. Hit the pause button if you need a little break. If those abs really got you going, that's totally okay. I'm gonna jump into my next superset. So come along when you're ready. So as I said, we're gonna do 4 rounds, 5 incline push-ups, which I'm gonna use my chair for, and then we'll do the deadlifts. Okay. So our incline push-ups, again, I put my hands on the chair. You probably want your arms and hands as far apart as possible. And just like all of our other things, I want to line up my body parts in my starting position. So shoulder, elbow, and wrist I want lined up, and then I want chest in between them. I'm going to move my chair back so I don't hit my TV. That thing over there. Nice flat body. You want your body in a nice straight line. And then we're gonna push up and down. I'm gonna move my body back a little bit. These are gonna turn into tricep a little bit for me because this chair almost assaulted me. That's okay. If you're having that same problem, make adjustments. Maybe you need to do standard ones. Might need to think about that. That's okay. Those are our 5 push-ups. They're already done anyway. I'm gonna grab my dumbbells for my deadlifts. I highly encourage you to use weight with your deadlifts. We're talking about our whole legs down here. It's great to get a little weight on there. I find that sometimes the weight actually helps with some stability. So I'll start with the side and then I'll, kind of go through that. So with our deadlifts, actually, never mind, I'm gonna start at the front. We want to start, if possible, with feet hip width apart, very similar to our squat. I'm gonna turn to the side now. With our deadlifts, you don't want to lock knees. These are locked knees, right? So our leg is completely straight. No locked knees, you're going to hurt yourself. So just a slight bend. But keep in mind that slight bend, that's all we're going to bend. The deadlift is not a bend at the knee, it's a bend at the hip. You're going to kind of open and close your hips like a clamshell, similar to what we do with like a bicep curl where we're opening and closing. The deadlift is the same. So you should feel like with a deadlift, you are sticking your butt out for the world to see. It's exactly what you're doing. So what we're gonna do is it's actually a bend from the hip. So you're bending here, not from anywhere else, and we need a nice straight back. Most people think that a deadlift is just up and down, and they don't pay attention to your back. You're gonna rip your back to shreds. You need a nice straight back. Your back actually isn't moving either. It's just at the hips, and you're using your hamstrings, your butt, and some of your lower back to pull yourself up, not your upper back or your entire lower back. So I'm gonna roll my shoulders back. The weights I like to put right in front of me, these aren't moving either. They're kind of, your arms are gonna just end up hanging. And again, I'm gonna stick my butt out and bend at the hips. Notice my arms are gonna fall, that's fine. And then I'm gonna pull up. When I come up, I'm going to focus on squeezing hamstrings and my butt to pull me up. Again, mental reps really help here. So think about squeezing those muscles. Think about that's what I want pulling right now and squeezing. So pull and squeeze it. It'll keep tension and things like that off of your back to avoid injuries. These are a hamstring and butt exercise. Lots of people would call them a back exercise. I'm in that realm as well. Deadlifts are a back exercise as well. We're going to focus on our hamstrings and butt though, as opposed to our back for our purposes. Notice we're going nice and slow. We're more concerned with our form right here. Notice my back is staying nice and straight and tall. I wasn't counting at all. I'm going to count that as 10. Here's 11. Let's do 4 more. So you should feel, as you go down, the pull in the back of your legs, your calves and your hamstrings. You by no means need to feel like these weights need to hit the ground. That's where people get themselves hurt, is they feel like they need to bring the weights all the way to the ground and then pull them all the way up. When your hamstrings and your calves and your deadlifts start to pull, that's when it's your time to stop, pull yourself back up. Now, if you're only getting about this far down, you might want to go ahead and spread your legs a little bit farther so you can at least get a fuller range of motion before you pull up. But please don't feel like you need to set the weights on the ground. That's when people's backs start rounding, and that's definitely not what we want. Like we talked with all of our exercises, you almost never want your back rounded. We want backs nice and straight and tall and chest pointing out. All right, that was round 1, a really slow round 1. We're going to pick it up. Here are incline push-ups, which might have turned into tricep incline push-ups, but that's okay. 2, 3, 4, 5. Remember, find a tricep workout that works for you. I'll show you the front here so you can see that my chest is going to stay nice and straight and tall. I'm going to take a peek in my TV right here. I just want to check my back to make sure it's nice and straight and tall, and it is. And it should feel a little uncomfortable when you first start doing deadlifts and squats at how straight you're standing. We want to over-exaggerate that because when you get tired or when you start using heavier weights, the first thing that's going to happen is your shoulders are going to roll over and you're going to lose tension in your core, and that's where lots of people pull out their backs and things like that. So over-exaggerate now so that when you're lifting 300 pounds, because I know you're going to get there, your form stays really firm and great. You can't have if you don't have good form with little or no weight, you're definitely not going to have good form when our weights get heavy. There was set number 2. That was a pace I like a little bit better. Going to take 2 deep breaths here, and then we're going to jump back in for set 3. As always, if you need a longer break, hit that pause button. If you need a sip of water, run and get it. Take care of yourself. Push yourself, but take care of yourself. Again, something I probably say 800 times in these videos. There's 2, 3, 4, and 5. If you need to do more push-ups, if that would feel better for you, do more push-ups. I'm on board with that. Gonna get a chance to look out of my window right now. It's a beautiful day outside. Here we go. 1. I'll be honest, the last 2 sets of deadlifts, I wasn't really counting. So it's round about 15. This time, here's number 5. We are going to do 15. It's funny, when I do my own workouts, I never miscount. Over here helping you guys out, and I'm like, what am I doing? 10. Here's 11. 12. I do love these because it gives you such a great stretch in those hamstrings. Here's 14. I'm flexible in some ways, but like a super tight rubber band in other ways, so these deadlifts really help get a stretch in. We ready for set 4? We're almost done with these. So exciting. Here we go. There are 5 push-ups and our last 15 deadlifts, which I'm also going to count for us. head neutral for these as well. Kind of down on the down and then kind of just comes up natural. Let's do one more. All right, and we are all set with our incline push-ups and our deadlifts. I'm gonna get my gear out of the way again. If you need a break, please take it. If you need a sip of water, take it. If you're a sweater like me, you need to wipe your brow, do that. As we do that, we're gonna move into our last superset for the day. So we've been kind of calmed and relaxed and really focusing on form and slow and steady motions. Now we're gonna jump all over the place right now. So I'm gonna show us really quickly our jump squats and our split jumps, and then I can talk about the modifications to make for both of those. Because again, if you have bad knees or something like that, please don't force yourself to jump. Let's use the modifications, okay? So a jump squat is exactly what it sounds like. You're gonna get in your normal squat position. I actually usually have my legs a little bit wider than I would for a squat. For a squat, I'd have hip width. Kind of take like a half extra step out. My hands always gravitate in front of me. You're gonna go down into a squat, and then from here, you're just gonna push up, just like this, okay? You actually wanna pull it and then pull your toes up off the ground. You only need to go 2 inches off the ground. We're not NBA players, we're not trying to do our highest vertical here. It's just a real quick jump off the ground and right back down. And then notice I keep it in one smooth motion. So the jump turns into the next squat, which turns into the next jump. You might need to practice it a little bit to figure out how to get it into that form. Some people get some hitches in there, but just get used to it. As soon as your feet hit the ground, drop yourself into that squat and then pop back up with power. Now, if jumping isn't good for you, what I'm gonna ask you to do is get in your squat position, down, and then come up on your toes. Up on your toes. So you're gonna get the power from a jump, but without the wear and tear on your knees, okay? These ones, I know I'm always like, slow and steady, slow and steady. We're going for speed on this one. We wanna get our heart rate up. So up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down, as fast as you can go. Our split jumps, they're like a jumping lunge essentially. I'm gonna get into my split squat stance, like so, and then I'm gonna jump and switch legs. So again, hands wherever is comfortable. I usually have them at the side, front, I don't know, we're gonna find out. Down, and then I'm gonna jump like so, okay? Now, if you're good with jumping, but doing the full lunge at the end is too much, then you can take out the lunge and just go back and forth, okay? So those are two options, lunge all the way down, or just the splitting of your legs back and forth. If split jumps don't work, you're just going to do lunges quickly, down and up, as fast as you can go. Got it? Okay, we're gonna get started. I'm gonna do the full jump versions because I never do. But if you need those modifications, please use them. I'm probably gonna regret it. I already heard my knee cracking all over the place, but I'm gonna go for it. 4 rounds, we're gonna do 8 of each. I'll count these ones out loud. They're so easy to lose track of. And also, I'm not gonna be able to talk and jump all over the place. Are we ready? Here we go. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. We're gonna go right into our split jumps. Here we go, you ready? Down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Good, 10-second breather. If you're me, you need to pull your leggings up, sorry. Not classy at all. Can't help it. All right, I'm gonna turn to the side for these ones. I want you to see we're getting full range of motion even though we're jumping all over the place. You still want those squats as far down as you can get them. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Right into our split jumps. Get in your position, get balanced. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Take a breather. Walk around a little bit. Sprint and get some water. See why I did these at the end? Get that heart rate up. Get your endorphins flowing. We can end this workout, and if it's your Friday, this week on a bang. Woo! Here we go, set 3. Let's turn this way, because why not? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Get yourself ready. Split jumps. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One more. One more. See, they fly by. Deep breath. We're almost done with this workout. You guys are really genuinely love working out. That's all. That's all I have to say. Here we go. Last set, best set. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Get in your split jump position. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Almost fell. 7, 8. Friends, we are done. Thank you for completing this workout with me. I hope you're feeling great, ready to conquer your weekend, your week, your life. We'll see you next time.